Is Canon going to refresh the RF 28-70 f2 USM? Yep, that one there. Or what about the RF 24-70 f2.8? And will we see either of them announced in November, later this month? Click subscribe and we'll get right to it. And please check to see if you're still subscribed, as some subscribers have recently been unsubscribed. Hi, I'm Simon. I'm constantly scanning the news and rumor sites, pro forums, and patent applications so that you don't have to, saving you time for more important things. Today's video is brought to you by a viewer who noticed a major price drop for the RF 28-70 f2 L Series USM here in Belgium. The regular price is €3,599 and the sale price €3,079. That's €520 off, no small discount. And on the Dutch results page, the lens is labeled as uitverkoop, which translates into clearance. But oddly, when I check the prices in the United States, because yes, I do check these things, there's no sale price whatsoever. None. It's still $33.99. And it's not like Canon doesn't have sale prices on some of their lenses. The 70-200? Yep, it's on sale, a rather nice sale. The 24-70? Also on sale. So could Canon have given the order to mark down this lens in markets where the inventory is high? Perhaps, but for now, we're only seeing the discount for the RF 28-70mm in the Netherlands. Now, if you happen to see this lens discounted in other regions, then please let us know by emailing me at simond.yates@gmail.com. However, we should not discount a refresh of the 28-70 1.2 f2 because, well, we've been told that a sequel for the RF 28-70 f2L USM is already in the works, without a mention of when we might see it. And that quote is from Canon Rumors in February of 2024. The source claims that they will be able to squeeze further optical performance out of this lens, as well as significant weight reductions. The weight reduction would definitely be welcomed for a lot of people that have the current lens, or for old people like me with arthritic-riddled bodies. I think it's safe to say that the RF 28-70 could afford to lose a little bit of weight. Now, with improvements to in-lens software, Canon could definitely drop the weight by multiples of hundreds of grams, while also improving the optics and making it silent. We've seen plenty of patent applications over the last 3 years where Canon has spent an awful lot of time looking at how to reduce the size, weight, and number of components in their lenses while improving upon the optical qualities. They've done this for zooms, for primes, for super telephotos, pretty well for everything, including security cameras, so we know it's something that's important. The 28-70, the current lens, well, yeah, it is heavy and it is large, but it does produce really good results. Redesigning this lens so it's also silent could also enable video shooters to use the lens as well. So, yeah, I'd really like to see a refresh of this lens. I've flirted with purchasing it many times, but the thing that's always sort of pulled me away from it actually is not the weight, but the noise that it makes. Canon Rumors said Canon would announce the RF 24-70 f2.8L IS VCM in November, along with the 45mm f1.2 STM, the 20-50mm f4 power zoom, and the elusive focal length changing 200-500, which is now the 300-600mm f4 to 5.6. All four of these lenses are to be announced over 2 announcements, with the first announcement coming up on November the 6th, and that's where we're getting the R6 Mark III, no surprises, and the 45mm. So what about the 24-70 f2.8? Does it need a refresh? Perhaps, but the big question is, does it need to be a VCM lens? Does being a VCM lens make sense? Well, sure, and based on what we've dug up in the patent applications, well, if Canon keeps the weight and size within the VCM specifications, well, it would be a very good lens for videographers. Working on a gimbal or various rigs with zoom lenses can be a challenge, but without image stabilization, the current RF 24-70 would be better for most photographers, and it's currently $300 off at B&H, selling for $22.99. We can also find it on sale in Europe at $250 off. I'd say that slightly more signs are pointing towards the 24-70 getting a refresh or a transformation over the 28-70, at least in the near term, at least looking at November. Now the 28-70 is definitely due for a refresh. We've already said that. It's 7 years old, it's heavy, and wheezes as much as I do when climbing a flight of stairs. But for November, and that's what we're focused on here in this video, all eyes are on Canon to deliver the RF 24-70. But a VCM, I'm not too sure about that. I thought that was a silly thing until I, well, did a refresh of the patent applications, and right in there it indicates that this is very much possible. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, have you overheard anything that you can share with us? And if so, please email me at simond8@gmail.com so I can share it with my viewers. Your anonymity is guaranteed. Having trouble speak words me not. However, if you're looking at sending me and stuff, you could always set up a separate email address if you're always worried about stuff tracing back to you. And I know what some of you are thinking. Could Canon announce another lens on Thursday? Well, perhaps. We'll know for sure late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, depending on where you are in the world. Join us late Wednesday night at 11:45 p.m. in Toronto, New York time, for live coverage with our expert guest panel. This time around, I've got a director of photography, a photographer, a real estate photographer, and of course, one of them is also a Nikon photographer. So we'll get the perspective of the Z6 Mark III, and you know what? I'm pretty sure that this person actually owns the Z6 Mark III, so this should be a really good discussion. So the whole purpose of the first hour and 15 minutes before Canon's announcements is to hear what our guest panel has to say, to give their viewpoints on these cameras as you get ready to make your pre-order. And if you are interested in pre-ordering the Canon EOS R6 Mark III, then please consider using my affiliate links down below, my smart pre-order links. We get a small commission back, which literally helps keeps the lights on without costing you a cent. So for the United States, we have, I was going to say something else. For the United States, we have B&H and Adorama. And no, it wasn't anything political. It was just, I was going to mention a retailer that isn't in the United States. You ever get those times where you just can't get the words out? That's what I'm struggling through right here. So again, in the United States, we have B&H and Adorama. In the United Kingdom, we have Wex Photo and Video. And in the continent of Europe, we have Photocop. All the links are down below, and what you see here in the lower 1/3, those are just the general links, and as soon as you click on those, it'll take you right to the page. We have the smart pre-order links, so that will take you directly to the pages where we'll have the R6 Mark III announced, so that you can pre-order either the body alone, the body and a lens, or what other packages those retailers offer. And for those of you that have used my pre-order links in the past, thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. It really does keep this channel going. It's one of the main reasons why, yeah, it is the main reason why I don't do any sponsorships. I just don't like sponsorships. I get so many of them now, and they're all saying, the last one was like, well, we'll give you $1,500 for the video. I don't want to do ads. If Canon, Panasonic, Lumix, somebody came to me and said, look, we would like to sponsor your channel. Okay, that's of interest to you. How do you want to do it? 30-second ad? No. Do you want to do something in the lower 1/3? Do you want to do a product placement? Something like that? Sure, that I'll do. But I'm not turning the videos of this channel into a vehicle for revenue. If you're interested in pre-ordering something, buy something that you want to buy using my links, and you get something wonderful, and I get something to help keep this channel going, and it doesn't cost you anything more, and that's the great thing. Thank you so much for your support of this channel. We've just finished 6 whole years. Can you believe it? I've been doing this for 6 whole years. When I started, I had a whole lot of energy. Now, it's a different story. I feel the age creeping up on me as I enter now my 7th year doing this channel. Thank you for your support. Have yourself a great day. And when is this video coming out? Probably coming out at 3 a.m. Eastern time. So we'll see you later on today or tomorrow, depending on where you are, for our live coverage of the Canon EOS R6 Mark III, the 45mm f1.2 STM, and who knows what else that Canon has in surprise for us. So far, almost everything is leaked out. So I don't think there'll be too many more surprises coming tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers. Bye now.